and we might actually be going to Game 5. If Coolman wins this, he will do it. He will push it to Game 5. But yeah, right now he's sitting down 1-2. Daybreak is the map at hand, and he is our yellow Zerg player down in the bottom left-hand corner of the map.
And in the top right-hand position, just still one win away from taking this entire Zotac Grand Finals, it is our Red Protoss. It is his teammate, SCAstrea. SCAstrea. One of the two.
I'm going to ask him if this gets to Game 5. It's taken 8 games of me casting him, but I'm going to ask him, damn it.
It's probably just Stray, and we're probably just both screwing it up.
I'm going to be sad.
Terribly.
Because, like, you see these players on, like, a daily basis.
The worst, like, I don't know, I just hate bungling IDs.
If you're not casting a match, like, if you're talking about a player, or you're, like, thinking about a player in your head, you come up with, like, X or Y pronunciation.
Yeah. And you stick with it. It's like,
yeah.
I don't feel too bad because Tastosis calls him Hydra. Still. I thought it was Hydra for the longest time because that's all I heard from, it was just Tastosis calling him that. Then I heard it was Idra and it was actually pronounced Idra. I'm like, oh, okay. Well then.
Mind blown. So this will be another gateway expansion. I feel that he might actually go, like, he has a game to lose, and that +1 zealot attack, like, really would work for him on Daybreak. I feel like, especially against Coolman style, because he doesn't open roaches. He hasn't opened with a standard roach play in a ZVP we've cast.
And Coolman's actually going hatch first this time, and not pool first.
Yeah, yeah,
Kicking the greed up to another level, so...
Hey man, it worked last game.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Try it again. There is no second gas quite yet, though, so... Although there is a cyber before he throws down the Nexus.
A little bit more conservative.
Yeah, some variations of this you just throw down. Like, even though you're mining gas the entire time, if you're going for, like, a Stargate or something, that's pretty common to go for a Stargate after you go throw down this Nexus, and then just get your cyber core after. Throw it down there.
So Overlord is down with the times. He knows what's going on.
He's cool with it. He's cool, man.
He's hip. He is cool, man.
Overlord.
Imagine awesome, the Overlord wearing like 8 pairs of horn-rimmed glasses.
I thought about, like, you know the skins that they're adding in Heart of the Swarm? Wouldn't a hipster... I would buy a hipster Overlord. I'm gonna even rape, like, race switch to have...
He's got like, he's holding like a bunch of little MacBooks. He's writing like 3 novels at a time.
He has like Macbeth in the other hand, and he has like 3 pairs of horn-rimmed glasses on his head.
Floating toward the Starbucks. I need my latte.
Oh man, that'd be pretty good.
Imagine an Overlord wearing like all the hipster clothes, sipping on a latte.
Oh my gosh, there are 2 gas going down now, and it's not because he's supply blocked. And he doesn't have a 3rd base. This is madness. There are a couple things that this could be. This could be a Nidus play, which is pretty common on Daybreak. It's something that Lenok likes to do. This could be some sort of roach play with banlings, most likely. We'll see the 3rd gas timing if there is one. Nidus play definitely the more likely choice of the 2. It could also be a delayed +1 speed all-in, which is something you don't generally see in this matchup, but it is viable on larger maps like Daybreak. He's actually going for lair. This could be 2-base Muta. But I'm going to stick with my Nidus choice. I believe that that's the most...
Yeah, Nidus seems more logical, especially now that we see the Roach Warren. Like, if it was 2-base Muta, I feel he would have had at least a 3rd gas geyser by now. Because gas is a limiting factor in Mutalists.
You need to always do a hell of a lot of damage with 2-base Muta to make it pay off.
Yeah, you do. We'll see how this goes, because SCAstrea is not stretching himself really thin with this, but there are many places of vulnerability. He does have...
If he's not
there's one Overlord.
Immortals to deal with this, he could be in for a rough start.
He could. Especially if, like, in the bottom left-hand corner of his base, and Nidus goes up, which is where the main opening is. Same with the far right, extreme right of the base.
This makes a lot of sense, because he hasn't yet sacrificed an Overlord, and I feel that it's something that he needs to do. Although there is a 3rd base going down right now.
Yeah, there is, but there are the roaches.
And he doesn't have the gas to build a Nidus at this point.
He's making a lot of roaches. Let's see what he
And
does.
he's not continuing queen production either. So this isn't going to be a hardcore 2-base element. This is just a very strong timing with which he gets roach speed behind to get map control to defend any counter push. Immortals aren't going to be the tech path of choice, but Blink should be finished in order to deal with this.
We shall see. This is kind of interesting.
I mean, this is that 7-gate +2 timing. Without +2, obviously, because SCACoolman's not rolled that way. He doesn't even.
I don't need
forward.
upgrades.
Yeah.
I don't need no stinking upgrades.
He has the most off-meta way of playing, but it really works out for him, and it's really fun to see a player that...
Yeah, it's weird. Like, in theory, it shouldn't work, but he's making it work. Because it's not like he's against scrubs or anything. These are good players.
Yeah, and... Oh, man, move speed will not be finished when Blink is, and this is, like...
Oh,
one of
that's
the most
huge.
frustrating things to defend, but he should be able to stall enough.
Yeah.
That is a lot of roaches. I think he's just going to call it here. Use the sentries to try and keep his opponent from engaging, and then like back up slowly.
Yep.
As to not aggravate the roach horde.
Speed will finish soon. Picking out the creep tumors was good because they weren't cancelled, and a roach does die. There's only one active creep tumor on the map now. Well, on that side. There is another one on the left-turn side, though, by the base. Here comes the blink, I think. There it is.
I mean, he's giving you a lot to this. The sentries are going to die at the least.
Yeah. He is killing a lot of roaches, but...
His opponent's hard on 2-base. He doesn't even have saturation started at his third. Queen
yeah, the Zerg powered up quite a bit off the 2-base, but this is a good engagement. He just has to not overextend with these stalkers and lose them all.
Yeah.
Blink is overpowered until you lose all your stalkers to a bad engagement.
Roach speed is a key factor in Blink engagements too, and despite the fact that he doesn't have any upgrades, it's working out pretty well for him thus far. He really needs to be careful about the creep though.
Just killing the tumors.
Another tumor pick. These are really crucial because they extend the zone where he can attack, and he wants to get this third. That's his main goal.
Yeah. If he doesn't lose too many stalkers, he can actually afford not to get the third, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. Him forcing more units is like fine because he's basically defending his opponents all in.
Pretty much, and I would like to see him clear up this Overlord who's pooping creep at his third base.
He's sitting at a ridiculously low probe count though. He's
That's
only
true.
30 probes, which is like
feels like a 2-base blink stalker all in.
Yeah. It is.
Hong and Prime, is that you?
A forge. And because of that, the timing's lifted. Pretty
this
nice
does feel like
micro
Hong
thus
and Prime.
far. There is a roach and 3 Zerglings coming into the flank, and
3 slow links.
he's not being cost effective enough in this engagement. Although here reinforcement just spawned. Yeah, now he's off creep. However, his opponent has 12 more roaches spawning.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
like
he's on 30. If this was a standard +2 timing, you have all of your like fail safe and check, and you have around 44 probes. Easily Straya's victory.
Only 34 probes though.
Yeah.
This isn't working out too well. He invested way too much into this. This is the overextension I was talking about. He pushes like a little too much.
Yeah, he denied creep for a little bit, and he's continuing to get his opponent to produce units. Which is really,
game's
really
not
good.
over. Game's not over by any means.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It could have gone a lot better for Strea, but well, he is making probes again. He's going to be up to 38 now.
Oh snap!
So he is catching up in workers finally. But that Overlord remains at the third base. So.
Oh, getting 2 more creep tumors! Holy crap!
Damn, that is some pretty slick stalker control.
The queens are like derping in the background. But no, he's actually going to lose a fair amount of stalkers in this engagement.
They're all pretty bruised now. A lot of them are.
And stalker health is something that you really need to take care of.
Yep.
Like, him engaging with the low health stalkers in the front is not what he wants to do.
And
Unless
the creep
he's trying
pushing.
To
look at the creep. It's getting closer and closer to the pylon, meaning the roaches will soon be able to just silence this attack for good, and Strea still has no other leg to stand on, it seems.
Yeah, he's just adding a 3rd gas, or a 4th gas right now.
He keeps trying to pick this off, but it's not going to happen.
He's coming into this 100%.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't lose his whole army right now, it won't matter because 3 base Zerg economy. Well, 2.5 base, kind of.
2.5, like 2 and 2/5.
2 base and some change. With 5 drones on the third. It's like a
just
macro
like you
hatchet
move them over there too. It's not like he made the drones now. I'm just gonna go ahead and move them for my main.
Oh, he's making 2 more drones.
Oh snap. And 10 more roaches. This is always gonna go, like without upgrades, this is gonna go to the Zerg if he's on creep. And that's why keeping those creep tumors has extended the life drastically of this push. If the creep did not like get reseeded, this would have been over. This game would have been done.
Yeah, look at this creep tumor though. This active creep tumor. He's actually connecting it to the left-turn base.
A little bit of an overextension there by SCACoolman, but he did manage to force all of the force fields of his opponent. And with this, with the creep where it is, SCAstrea knows.
So SCAstrea has a chance still. He's not out of this game because he realized, okay, this is really the point of no return if I take one more step forward.
Yeah, and he decided to back off.
I will go into the vortex. Yep. Turbo slowed down, as it were.
Indeed. He's actually going to try and take a fourth, most likely, or a third because of this pylon placement, but...
The roaches have something to say about that.
Yeah. This is going to be a pretty hard contain to break, and behind this, his opponent can go up, get those additional geysers, and get Infestor Tech, which he desperately needs.
Yeah, the Zerg can breathe, and look, his third base is completely saturated now, mineralized.
However, there are Immortals being added into the fray here. And
which is important.
If I know anything, if there aren't Infestors in the field, Immortals can win a game regardless of how far behind you are.
Yeah, Immortals are pretty brutal against roaches. 50 damage a shot. Yeah, roaches die in 3 hits. He sees that.
Very nice positioning thus far by SCAstrea, and here it looks like SCACoolman wants to take this. They're targeting the Immortal down immediately first. And that burrow.
That would have been so perfect for SCAstrea if it weren't for that burrow and
absolutely.
the restarting.
That
would have just... That was clutch.
Let's see. I don't know. We're just kind of waiting at this point, and the sentries, they're just going to keep gathering up energy. I mean, his army's not going to get any weaker from this point. The Zerg army's just going to get stronger, and very nice road laying there to prevent this expo from going down. There is an observer with the army at this point, though, so...
It's only a minor irritation, but it was a good move. Like, you need to do that.
Yeah.
What if he didn't have an observer there? You just never know. There aren't quite enough roaches, I feel, to bust up that concave, and...
not with the Immortals.
SCACoolman agrees. SCACoolman agrees with my opinion, and backs off.
I feel like SCAstrea actually has to be active. He can't just continue to let his opponent sit passive, because there's going to be a 4th base go down relatively soon. Pathogene Cleanse is almost complete right now.
Yeah, he's on 6 geysers.
Yeah.
Hive Tech is only a matter of time at this point.
If this gets cancelled...
Oh dear. If it gets cancelled, he's going to have to all in.
Yeah. He needs to go now.
He should all in.
And yeah.
All in and hope to God.
Blinking forward, picking off a couple stalkers, only using 3 force fields there.
He's not all inning, he's trying to get the space up again. I feel that's a mistake.
The one thing he needs to be careful of, though, is his opponent's counterattacking. The rocks are already taken down.
That's true.
And if you let your opponent get roaches up in your business, that's just like the nail in the coffin here.
Yeah,
this is actually a really good engagement for
SCAstrea
to take. Very nice angle initially. However, SCACoolman realizes that and backs off.
Shaves off another chunk of the army, which is immediately replaced by Infestors.
Yeah.
The Infestor count is getting insane.
Something to note here is this control of the watchtower. This is very crucial whenever you have a contain on this map. Because whoever controls this in the engagement, if you don't have observers, if you don't have overseers with you, is going to get a drastic advantage in their favor. And yeah, now SCAstrea does have knowledge of the fact that, hey, Infestors are on the field right now. I need to be careful about when I push out.
Upgrades are soon to follow as 2 Evo Chambers do finish.
Yeah. Finally.
Check SCAstrea's upgrades. He's only at 1-1. He's getting Coloxin, but he's still on Layer Tech, so there's no Hive. That actually gives him a bit of a better chance. Colossi are very good against Layer Tech, except Mutalisks, of course. Will he be able to kill the Nexus? I think that's what he... Oh, no, he's not. He just broke the wall.
Yeah. He doesn't quite have enough gas to remax off of roaches if he derps some of them.
Yeah.
Killing the third is important, but establishing himself up, those additional geysers, and getting his hive tech down. I mean, yeah, the Spire is out now. He sees the Colossus. He's like, alright. Oh, and he even has a Ling run by. This is a very good method to sacrifice supply here.
Yeah, may as well.
A little bit, but it can potentially deal a lot of damage because one of the main corner cutting methods is to cut cannons from bases as you're going up. If you're behind and need a way back in.
And I'm glad he's not turning the army around.
Yeah.
He's just dealing with it with his warpins. That was pretty well defended. The Lings are burrowed, which is annoying.
This is timing. He does not have a second shot at this.
Exactly.
A large amount of the sentries do get fungled at initial engagement. The rest of the stalkers follow suit. 2 Colossi on the field, doing a fair amount of damage to the roaches. Here comes the push, though.
Nice force fields.
Yeah. And he's getting a lot of roaches out of that. 27 on the Remax, but right now SCACrea's army is huge. And his opponent, it's going to be...
Coolman doesn't have a bank.
Yeah.
That's important to know. No bank. Virtually no bank.
Yeah, you really need that high mineral count to produce roaches before you have your hive tech down. And
yeah, is this army just too much? We'll see. Where is investors?
Zoning so effectively. Now, Immortals, I mean, he still has 4 Immortals with this. Against pure Roach, no Hydra incorporated, he doesn't have a Spire to take down the Colossi. This is just way too much to handle.
He does have a Spire, but no Corruptors. He can't do it. And there it is, GG, SCACrea. I don't know how he did it, man, but he did it. Congratulations.